All right, so Bryce Harper he's not going anywhere. The Phillies are flying out to Las Vegas to speak to Bryce Harper.
Can't leave him at the door if you go to see him.
Well, if I know anything, Matt Klentak will miss 6 different planes,
Yeah.
and Bryce Harper will be waiting at his own door for him.
Yes, they're taking it next level.
Like, I still can't get over that, but this is huge. The fact that we're doing a face-to-face meeting with Bryce Harper, the fact that talks haven't just been completely shut down. Word came out that the White Sox were offering Manny Machado, I think, a 10-year deal, and then word came out after that was completely false, and the White Sox are offering at most 7 years to either player, which is good news for the Phillies because they're definitely going to offer 10 years to one of these players just because of the money they have to throw around, which we keep talking about, which is ridiculous. And a lot of the other teams have to move money around, worry about the salary or the luxury tax. I don't think the Phillies are worried about the luxury tax, to be honest. They would obviously prefer to stay under. I'm basing this on absolutely nothing. But
Well, that and the fact they said they would spend stupid money.
yeah, the stupid money thing is the thing that, like, I feel like they would be okay staying on, like, or going over the luxury tax.
Yeah.
Manny Machado, I think he's a lost cause at this point.
He's a Yankee. He's
Yeah.
done everything except the press conference.
I
Doesn't it
agree.
feel that way?
It does really feel that way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't blame him, and I wish he didn't have to go to the Yankees because I would root for him on any other team.
But he's going to.
But if he's going to the Yankees, I'm not going to root for him. The fact that Matt Klentak left, I'm not going to get over this.
I know.
Matt Klentak leaving
I know.
him at the door, I will never get over in the next, as long as I live, which is going to be probably like 10, 15 years. But like,
Depends on how the Eagles games go. Let's be
yeah.
honest.
So for the rest of that time, I will not forgive Matt Klentak for not opening the door for Manny Machado. That is the dumbest possible thing he could have done at that meeting.
I know.
Especially with someone with, like, Manny Machado has an attitude. Let's put it that way. He's a little bit of a diva,
Yeah.
prima donna a little bit. In
But
his
like
head,
not in the like I'd still people in this town would hate him, but I'd still like him. But I
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like
But
you're not
enough-
saying it in a bad way.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying that's his personality, where the fact that a door wasn't open for him when he walked up to it at a meeting that was all about him.
He got D level celebrity treatment.
Yes, and he knows that. He definitely knows that. He definitely knows he deserved better than that at a meeting where he had all the leverage. It's not like It's not like the Phillies had any leverage chip to hold against him. Like, I don't know if Matt Klentak was trying some kind of power move. If he did, it was fucking stupid and it didn't work.
It was the ultimate consolation move because they were like, look, he's here. Like we got him into the building.
Yeah.
Let's not use our private entrance. Let's let John Clark sit outside and all the guys like that, so everyone can see that we got him into the building. That's exactly what they were doing.
So bottom line, Manny Machado is not signing because of that. Things look good with Bryce Harper, and if we get Bryce Harper, we're probably going to get one of Boris's other free agents. Off the top of my head, I'm not going to be able to name one of them right now.
Because everyone's Scott Boras.
Yeah. Well, it's just because, A, there's so many people signed the Scott Boras, and B, there's so many people on the free agent market still. So I think where we're at right now, I'm going to stick with my take. The Phillies are another starter away from being a 90-win team. They're already a significantly improved Phillies team. I think they're a starter away from me being 100% positive about them having 90 wins.
I think it's fair. I agreed with you that first time, so I definitely think it's fair. Did you see my take about the Phillies being a sugar daddy?
No, please.
So
Fill me
basically,
in.
you kind of described it for me, but I'm just going to put it into like that analogy. So basically, like you said, the White Sox are out. The Dodgers and the Yankees, do they have the money to pull it off? So like Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, they're the good-looking girls in school. They're what in college, the young girls, they're friends. That's what everyone wants to. They're attractive, so everyone wants to go after them. But New York and Los Angeles, they're like the younger, hotter guy. Like they're attractive too. Levels of attraction are the same. New York's got the cool factor. LA does too. They've got everything going for them, fashionable, everything like that. Really, the Phillies don't have that to offer. They don't have that to offer. But what they do have is they have money. They have money.
Yeah.
That is their one bargaining chip, is they have money. just like a sugar daddy. Does a sugar daddy really have much to offer attractiveness wise? No, they're usually like older, so metabolism starting to go, stuff like that. So they're not going to be at this fresh level of the young stud, the New York of the LA, the 22-year-old male who's in the gym all the time. He carries a water jug around, so he goes to the gym all the time. But the Phillies have what the New York and LA guys don't: money. They can throw whatever money they need to make sure the girl is theirs. That is my take.
The Yankees do have money, so I think we're going to be in a bidding war with them. But I think with Manny Machado, that's not a bad thing.
Could be a short war.
Yeah, I think the Phillies they should have a limit on how much they're willing to spend on Manny Machado. Bid till they get that limit, and then be like, all right, fuck you, have him. And so then basically either there's one of the two things happen: the Phillies get Manny Machado, which is a win, or the Yankees overpay for Manny Machado, which is a win. So I see one of those two things happening there, which I think
there's no other option.
Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible idea. Get in a bidding war with the Yankees. I don't really give a shit. Have a cap on what you want to spend. Don't have your mind set on you need Manny Machado, because Bryce Harper is always on the table, and I think
Trout's on the table in 2 years.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So if you get Manny Machado, that's great, as long as you don't spend more than you had in your head for him.
Spend stupid, but don't spend idiotic.
Yeah. People are really throwing that spending stupid thing out of proportion. I think
it's not our fault. They said it.
Though. I know they said it, but it's like I obviously took it the same way everyone else did. But like if you got to break it down and be like, okay, they didn't mean they're just gonna pay anybody any sum of money. Andrew McCutchen is the perfect example of spending stupid, where like they overpaid Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah.
But what he's gonna. Yeah, what he's going to mean to the dugout is like he's worth overpaying for.
Yeah.
So what they meant is they're going to overpay for people that are worth overpaying for, basically.
Exactly. That's,
Manny Machado, he may be worth overpaying for. Well, there's no overpaying either of these two guys, because they're both going to get record-setting contracts.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going to no matter who they sign with, what they sign for, they're getting overpaid.
Yeah, so they're literally going to get overpaid, because no one is ever going to get paid as much as
these guys have.
Yeah. So, hey, good for them.
Good.
But
yeah.
I think that's what they got to keep rolling with that. And we got to realize when they say spending stupid, I mean, if they don't get one of these two, everyone's going to look back on this like the Dream Team, where that was the dumbest thing they could have said publicly.
Thing you could ever say.
Yeah, but I don't think they're proving that what they said, they are spending stupid. We saw it with McCutchen, like I just said. So,
yeah, but I feel like fans,
no one's gonna see it.
I was about to say no one would see I totally understand what you mean, and that makes what you said makes total sense. It's just that's not gonna be the way it's perceived. They kind of back themselves into the corner by saying that. So yeah, they would spend stupid. They probably would have been willing to give J Happ 3 years and enough money, just stuff like that. Andrew Miller, another guy. They keep missing on those guys. I don't know. They just back themselves into the corner.
Yeah, well,
they could still have a good offseason. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, so spending stupid would have been getting in a bidding war over those guys and having them being overpaid.
And I feel like everything else is held up. Instead of going after those guys, they are once again backing themselves into a corner and waiting and seeing if they can spend their money on Machado or Harper instead of focusing on other pieces. And some of the pieces are starting to fall, and they can't focus on it because they're still focused on the biggest fish in the sea.
Yeah, and Gene Segura, not to talk about this forever, but he was another one of those. That trade was an example of spending stupid, because they're taking on money in that trade basically, and no one can stop talking about, or they're kind of fizzled out now, but people were raving about how big of a trade that was for the Phillies and how it was a win, blah, 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 while taking on money. So that's spending stupid. Andrew McCutchen is spending stupid.
Yeah.
Overpaying for a mediocre pitcher is spending. I don't want to use a really bad word, but that would be that word. The R word. I'm not going to use it.
But I was like, what? Oh, but now, yeah, I get what you mean. So, yeah, one of these weeks, Vince, you're going to be able to do a Phillies Minute, and Bryce Harper and Manny Machado will have decided. It'll be a long time from now. The Eagles season could end this week, or it could end in the Super Bowl, and we probably still would be doing Phillies Minutes where we're just like, maybe my Machado will go to the Yankees. There's this new report that this team's involved. There's a mystery team, and the Dodgers are clearing space. Every week we just do this.
I do think Machado signs within the next, I want to say a few days, less than a week.
Well, I just want it to happen.
Yeah.
Because NBA, that's the sport I know. Basketball is the sport I know the most about. Their free agency, by July 4th, I know exactly who everyone is going to be on that team that year. It takes like 4 days. So I'm not used to like this taking so long. So
Yeah, it's baseball. You got to be patient to be a baseball fan. So
that's something I don't have.
yeah,
That's why I like football.
I'm professional at being bored, so I like it.
There you go. Speaking of football, biggest week of college football always. That week leading up till January 1st. Right around now that we have the playoff going on and all the bowl games, some of them matter. That's a lie. None of them matter. Like, people get so mad when kids sit out. I'm like, who fucking cares?
I know.
You know? Like, they're playing in a meaningless game. I had 3 main points. How about this? I'll throw them out to you. One of them was leading into that. I have 3 college football things that happened. That were a little bit funny that I wanted to talk about. So I'll list them and then you tell me which one you want me to go to first. So I've got Notre Dame getting blown out, Manny Diaz being Temple's coach for 2 minutes, and then expanding the playoff to 8 teams. So which way would you like to go first?
Let's go 8 teams.
Okay. That's actually a good one that you chose there because I was going there to begin with that last talk. Mm-hmm. There's so many meaningless bowl games. Like, you can't look me in my eyes and tell me that you cared about the Peach Bowl between Michigan and Florida. No one cares. It's just like NCAA is all about making money for everyone involved except the players. You'd think they'd make 2 more bowl games meaningful. Like, if the playoffs 8 teams, that means 2 more games matter. You know, like the college football playoff, the ratings are so much higher than the other bowl games because it means that much more. Like, they still have a chance. So why wouldn't you just take it to 8 teams? Make 2 more games important. You're literally doubling the revenue you would make TV revenue for these games. It's annoying. On top of the fact that there should be 8 teams anyway, because we always do this stupid argument where we're like, oh, who are the 4 best teams? Who should be the last team in? Is it Georgia? They're probably better than Notre Dame. They're probably better than Oklahoma. But, you know, the way the schedule worked out, they lost to Alabama. So it's like, instead of doing in the UCF debate, instead of doing that, instead of like playing a game where LSU sits 8 starters, I know they won, but it's like, just put them all in. Like, make it Alabama, Notre Dame, like those 4, and then add the LSU game in the UCF game, the LSU UCF game, and then add another one like the Peach Bowl or Georgia plays Texas. Great, that would have been a great game if it actually mattered. You know, like Georgia, they don't care. They don't care. They were left out. Their season's over. They played that game, but their season was over before it. You want Texas to really be back? Let them play in a fucking meaningful game. If they're national champs, then you're back.